So Holler Hyundai is out in the Orlando area. They're actually in Winter Park, a little bit north of Orlando. They've won a customer satisfaction award in 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2021. To get that award, you have to be in the top 10% of US franchises as far as customer experience. So these guys know a thing about providing good experiences and being efficient with time to keep those customers happy. So when they reached out to us, it wasn't a big surprise. They said, hey, I want to be able to track keys. I want to be able to track vehicles. And I want to do it in retail, and I want to do it in service, and I want to do it across multiple lots. Check it out. Justin, I want to avoid those scenarios where someone walks in the front door, asks to see a particular car, and then we have to run off and look for the key. And we can't find the key, and we're not sure where it's at, and then we got to wander around asking a bunch of guys, or we have to go try to find the spare key, and now we can risk losing both, and then I got to go find the car. And I've got to go to one of 4 lots to find the vehicle, and then pull it up and hope that on a busy Saturday my customer isn't here, or left to go to the Hyundai dealership down the road to buy a car from them. And I said, I got you. Once you're in the app, all you've got to do is type in a stock number or VIN to the vehicle you're looking for. You could type in the last 4 if you wanted. So I'll grab this very top guy, right? And then it's going to show me the location of the vehicle first. And then right above the map, it's going to tell me, hey, this is the Fairbanks lot, right? That's their naming convention for different lots. And then it's going to show me the pin drop of where on the lot the vehicle's sitting. And I can zoom in and zoom out. And if I'm out there on the lot, I'll see myself as a blue dot. Now I'm going to jump to that key button, and then it's going to do the same thing for the key. So now I can clearly see the key is in the building, but it's telling me right above the map, hey, it's in the main showroom in the key room as we speak. So think about this. Instead of wandering back there hoping it's there and then trying to find the car and wandering from lot to lot, we just changed business. I am standing at the front door. I greet this customer. They mention the stock number. I look it up and I go, okay, cool. Hey, I can actually see the car's at the Fairbanks lot and the keys in the key room. Great. Let me grab the key and I'll go grab the car. Or, hey, it's at one of my spoiler lots. Why don't I give you a ride over there and we'll take a test drive? Efficiency. Let's be faster and provide a better customer experience. Okay, so I might be interested in this idea, but how does it work? What do the tags look like? How hard is it to connect them? Walk me through that. Great, that's a great question. Let's talk about that for a second. For your keys, I use these triangle style tags right here. And they've got a QR code on the back so you can scan it and associate it to a specific stock or VIN. So whether you have a key machine or maybe you just have a keyboard, doesn't matter, you can use these. For vehicles, if you want to track them, same thing, that same triangle tag, but it's on this so I can throw it around the rearview mirror or the shifter of the vehicle. Right? Same thing, scan the back of it so I can associate to a stock and VIN. So now I have a key tag and a car tag, or maybe I have a spare and the main key and the car, or maybe just a key, right? Up to you. So retail-wise, this is what it looks like. Service, same idea, just different presentation. Instead of those crappy paper tags that you throw on the rearview mirror that tear off, and the little crappy paper ones that you put on the key with the key ring that gets all bent and comes off, why not something that's reusable and trackable, right? So click this on the keys, throw this in the vehicle, and all I got to do is make sure this number lands somewhere in my RO so that I know when I want to find it. I open the app dashboard, search 2025, and it'll show me vehicle at the service lot in the back, keys on the service board or wherever they live. So let's show you an example of what this looks like. So I'm going to grab the second one down. This is tag number 032. So I jump into this tag, it's going to show me the vehicle location first. It's telling me in Holler Hyundai service, and I can see the location and service right in the back corner of the bays. And then if I jump over to the key, same thing. Oh, the key is in the key box right now. So the metal box you have on the wall that you keep keys in, a lot of times for service. So I know if I'm the tech, the porter, the advisor, and I need to get that vehicle to work on it, to get something out that the customer left in, whatever else I need, I know the key is in the key box. I know the vehicle is over in service in there right now. It's not in the back parking lot. The key isn't over at the advisor's desk anymore. Or if that key got shuffled around and ended up with a different person, I can quickly locate it. So service gets faster too. All right, so here we are on the dashboard. And really quickly, I just want to show you their multiple campuses. So main campus, that Fairbanks lot that you saw earlier, there's actually a couple lots over there for Fairbanks. If I jump over to the Maitland lot, right? And then lastly, they've got their service annex, right? So tracking keys and cars across multiple locations. Now, if the question was, hey man, at the end of a night, can you help me see any keys that get left outside and don't make it back onto my keyboard, back into my key machine, wherever they need to go? Absolutely. Turn on the pins. We're now looking at every key on the campus. So if you see anything that's outside on a lot at the end of business, hey man, what is this? I need to hover over that, or I can click on that geo fence and it'll tell me the keys that are currently outside on that specific lot. So there's been a whole lot of conversation about what's on the lot, but what happens if it leaves? Can you tell me when it left or what's left? Absolutely. Look at the top of the screen right now. I've got last sightings for inventory and last sightings for keys. Let's say keys is your biggest problem. Just for an example, I can tell you currently you have 10 sets of keys that have been off the campus for more than 4 hours, for less than 24. Here's a list of all 10. Or, hey, you've got 3 sets of keys that have been off the campus for more than 24 hours, but less than 72. Here's the 3. These happen to all be service. I can do that same thing for vehicles. We can come over here and look at this. Now, you can look at this at any point of the day, right? So if you come in the morning, you may want to go, hey, do we got anything that's been off the campus for more than a day? Let me look at that, right? Do we loan it out? Is there something going on? Is it service? Okay, maybe they're taking care of something. But if not, I want to know. Now, the second part to that is, well, what if I want to get alerts on that? Absolutely, you can get alerts on that. I can set you up to receive an alert at whatever time amount you want. So you say, hey, anytime a key or a car has been off the campus for more than an hour, I want a certain management team to get an alert. Right, let's set you up. Now you'll know when keys or cars have been off the campus for extended periods of time. Justin, if I'm going to spend money on this, how else can I use this tool? How can I make the value and the ROI make sense? Let's talk about that. Want to see old age units? What if I told you to come up here and say, hey, show me anything that's 60 plus days old and where it's at on my lot? Now you can see those old age units. Are they not selling because you bought a purple Lamborghini and you sell Hyundais? That's a whole different problem. You need to talk to your buyer. But if the case is, I bought a good car, it's at a good price, maybe it's just sitting somewhere where it shouldn't be. It's on the south lot by the new cars, but it's a used car. Or it's behind service, right? Or it's over at one of my spillover lots maybe. And I'm like, hey, the chances of me selling these old age units at a spillover lot where customers aren't walking by them is not nearly as high if I had them at my main lot or over by service where there's constantly people. You can use this to take advantage of that. How else could we use this tool? Could my inventory manager do this to make them a little bit more efficient? Because we dump a lot of stuff on them. Absolutely. Check it out over here on the far left of the screen. I've got all my 26s. I'm going to Hyundai specifically instead of Genesis. And let's say I want to pick Elantras. What if I could show you where every Elantra is on the lot right now, right? I can show you a list of all 47 of them, and then you can start figuring out where do all of these live, right? Do I want all my Elantras to be next to each other in one line? All right, well, I've got 3 in the showroom, 1 over here, and then a bunch at the Fairbanks lot. Maybe I put them all together, so when somebody goes over to show one, they can say, all of my Elantras are here if you want a different color, right? Maybe I want to do that for a different vehicle. Maybe I want to say, hey, now let me flip over and go to Ioniqs. Let me look at my 5s. Let me look at my 6s, my 9s. Maybe I want to look at all of them, right? You got 24 of them. Where are they at on the lot? Well, I can give you a list of all 24. So if you want to do an audit or you want to start moving things around to keep your lot nice and tight, this is a really efficient way to do it. Now, if you want to expand this idea, who else could use this tool? What if I told you a photo operator could take it? Maybe it's somebody outsourced, maybe it's somebody in-house. What if you could come up here to the top right and go, hey, can you show me all the vehicles that need photos? And then let me filter that down to just sales ones, right? I don't care about the service vehicles. And then what if I could sort that by days in inventory? So I can look at all my really old units and go, hey man, why don't we have photos of these? Especially if they're used vehicles, right? Chances of filling a used vehicle that doesn't have photos versus has photos is a dramatic difference. You already know this. So why not make this guy more efficient? So he goes, hey, I need to take photos. I've got a list of vehicles I need to take. And guess what? Anytime I click on these lists, it'll show me where the car is at currently. Hey, this is over in the Hyundai lot in the middle. And then where's the key at? It's currently in the sales tower as we speak. That guy just got more efficient. Now, if the last couple minutes didn't convince you that I can save you time, save you money, and just make life better, right? Eliminate a lot of headaches of finding things, check this out. Let's look at reporting for a second. What if I could show you vehicles in service or in a recon process that have been sitting for 1 day and have not moved? Car's been sitting stagnant, hasn't moved in or out of a bay, anything. What if I went to 2 days? Oh, what if I went to 3 days? Now I've got a list of vehicles that I can pull up and look at the RO and go, why have these not moved in 3 days? Are we waiting on an RO? Are we waiting on a part? Are we waiting on a customer approval? What's going on with these? Or if this is my recon process, same thing. How can I be more efficient? How can I push more cars? How can I push more cars through service or through recon so that we can sell them? The goal is to make more money. Let's be efficient and do that. 1 in 5 keys that comes off of a keyboard or out of a key machine is going to be misplaced. I say misplaced because it may ultimately get found, but how much time are you going to waste? Give you another stat. On average, employees spend 25 to 35 minutes per day searching for keys in cars. That's employees, multiple. Think about the amount of time you're wasting on that you could use to create more ROs, to finish the ROs, to push cars through recon, to sell cars, right? To get an opportunity for more ups, right? This compounds, right? It just makes a lot of sense. Now, your dealership may say, hey, I'm misplacing a lot of keys, but not losing a lot. And I would say, okay, well, let's look at that. What is that time worth you? What can you do with that time if you get it back? Or maybe you're saying, hey, I last month lost 5 sets of keys and had to recut them, and they were $600 a pop. If I just had a $10 tracking tag on them, I would still be way up as far as income goes, and I would have all of that time back, and I would have that headache back. I don't want to be searching for an hour for a key on a busy Saturday if I'm a GSM. I'm a GM. Anybody, really, let's be honest. So how can we use this tool to be more efficient, cut down on those costs, but just make the overall customer experience better, right? When somebody walks in, I want to know immediately that the key's in the key room. I want to know that the car's on the lot or at a spillover lot or in a parking structure on level 3, right? We can do all of those things for your store. That's exactly why Holler Hyundai is taking advantage of us. The ROI is there. It just makes a lot of sense. And if you're a store that has multiple lots, you know how big of a time suck that can be. If you're renovating at your lots, you know how that can really affect things, right? If you've got a parking structure, you don't want to walk every level hitting the alarm. Or if you're near a residential area, you can't hit the alarm. We can solve all of those issues. Give me a call, give me a text, give me an email. Let's set up a demo. Let's talk to you. Let's figure out what pricing would look like for your store.